NMB cable has a minimum installation temperature of -20°F or -29°C. Its maximum continuous operating temperature is 90°C or 194°F. UF cable has a minimum installation temperature of -40°F or -40°C. Its maximum continuous operating temperature is also 90°C or 194°F. Refer to the National Electrical Code, specifically Chapter 3.34 for NMB cable and Chapter 3.38 for UF cable for detailed specifications. The International Electrical Testing Association, or NETA, offers resources on cable ampacity calculations and temperature ratings. Southwire provides NMB cable specifications. Romex Wire offers UF cable specifications. It's important to note that NMB cable is not suitable for outdoor use, even if protected by conduit. UF cable, on the other hand, is suitable for outdoor use, including direct burial applications, and can withstand temperatures as low as -40°F. Before installation, thoroughly inspect the cable for any signs of damage. If there's any uncertainty about the cable's condition or rating, consulting a qualified electrician is highly recommended. Choosing the right cable for the environment is crucial for safety and performance. Ensuring the cable can withstand the installation and operating temperatures is essential. NMB cable is designed primarily for indoor applications where temperature extremes are less of a concern. Its insulation and sheathing are not formulated to endure the harsh conditions of outdoor environments. Exposure to moisture, sunlight, and temperature fluctuations can quickly degrade NMB cable, leading to insulation breakdown and potential electrical hazards. UF cable is specifically engineered for underground and outdoor applications. Its construction includes a moisture-resistant jacket that protects the conductors from water and chemicals found in soil. The insulation is also designed to withstand direct sunlight and a wider range of temperatures. This makes UF cable the appropriate choice for direct burial, wet locations, and areas exposed to extreme weather conditions. The National Electrical Code outlines the acceptable uses and installation requirements for various types of cables. These regulations are in place to ensure electrical safety and prevent hazards. When selecting cable for a particular application, it's vital to adhere to the NEC guidelines and local electrical codes. These codes specify the types of cables that are permitted for certain environments, as well as the proper installation methods. Ignoring these codes can result in unsafe installations, electrical failures, and potential legal liabilities. The ampacity of a cable refers to its current carrying capacity, which is the maximum amount of electrical current it can safely conduct without overheating. The ampacity of a cable is influenced by several factors, including the size of the conductors, the type of insulation, and the ambient temperature. Higher temperatures reduce the ampacity of a cable, as the insulation becomes less effective at dissipating heat. It's essential to select a cable with an ampacity that is appropriate for the intended load to prevent overheating and potential fire hazards. Cable ampacity calculations involve determining the correct size and type of cable for a given electrical load and environmental conditions. These calculations take into account factors such as the ambient temperature, the number of conductors in a raceway, and the type of insulation. Accurate ampacity calculations are crucial for ensuring the safe and reliable operation of electrical systems. Overloading a cable can lead to overheating, insulation breakdown, and potential fire hazards. The temperature rating of a cable indicates the maximum temperature at which it can safely operate. Exceeding this temperature can degrade the insulation and reduce the cable's lifespan. The temperature rating is typically marked on the cable jacket. It is important to consider both the ambient temperature and the heat generated by the cable itself when determining if a cable is suitable for a particular application. When installing electrical cables, it's important to follow proper installation practices to prevent damage and ensure long-term reliability. This includes avoiding sharp bends, protecting the cable from physical damage, and using appropriate connectors and fittings. Proper installation techniques can help to prevent insulation breakdown, conductor damage, and other issues that can compromise the safety and performance of the electrical system. Inspecting cables before installation is a critical step in ensuring electrical safety. This inspection should include checking for any signs of damage, such as cuts, abrasions, or cracks in the insulation. Damaged cables should not be installed, as they can pose a significant electrical hazard. It's also important to verify that the cable is of the correct type and size for the intended application. Consulting with a qualified electrician is always recommended when dealing with electrical installations, especially in challenging environments like those with extreme temperatures. Electricians have the knowledge and experience to assess the specific requirements of the installation and select the appropriate cables and equipment. They can also ensure that the installation is performed in accordance with all applicable codes and regulations. Attempting to perform electrical work without proper training and knowledge can be dangerous and can lead to serious injury or property damage. The specifications provided by manufacturers like Southwire and Romex Wire offer detailed information about their cables, including temperature ratings, ampacity, and other important characteristics. These specifications can be a valuable source when selecting the right cable for a particular application. It's important to review these specifications carefully to ensure that the cable meets the requirements of the installation. The type of insulation used in a cable plays a crucial role in its ability to withstand temperature extremes and other environmental factors. Different types of insulation have different temperature ratings and resistance to moisture, chemicals, and sunlight. Selecting the appropriate type of insulation is essential for ensuring the long-term reliability of the cable. Common types of insulation include polyvinyl chloride, polyethylene, and cross-linked polyethylene. The presence of moisture can significantly reduce the lifespan of electrical cables. Moisture can penetrate the insulation and corrode the conductors, leading to insulation breakdown and electrical failures. This is especially true in underground and outdoor applications, where cables are exposed to rain, snow, and groundwater. Using cables that are specifically designed for wet locations, such as UF cable, can help to prevent moisture-related problems. Protecting cables from physical damage is also important for maintaining their integrity and preventing electrical hazards. Cables can be damaged by sharp objects, heavy equipment, or even rodents. Protecting cables with conduit, cable trays, or other protective measures can help to prevent physical damage and extend their lifespan. The use of appropriate connectors and fittings is essential for creating secure and reliable electrical connections. Incorrect connectors or fittings can lead to loose connections, overheating, and potential fire hazards. It's important to use connectors and fittings that are specifically designed for the type of cable being used and to ensure that they are properly installed. The color coding of electrical wires provides a standardized system for identifying different conductors. This color coding helps to prevent wiring errors and makes it easier to troubleshoot electrical problems. The NEC specifies the color codes for different types of circuits, such as branch circuits, feeder circuits, and grounding circuits. Adhering to these color codes is essential for ensuring electrical safety and preventing confusion. Grounding is a critical safety measure that helps to protect against electrical shock. A properly grounded electrical system provides a low-resistance path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping a circuit breaker or fuse and energizing the circuit. Grounding also helps to stabilize the voltage in the electrical system and reduce the risk of electrical noise. The NEC outlines the requirements for grounding electrical systems. Bonding is the process of connecting all metal parts of an electrical system together to create a continuous electrical path. This bonding helps to ensure that all metal parts are at the same electrical potential, reducing the risk of electrical shock. Bonding is typically accomplished by using bonding jumpers to connect metal conduits, enclosures, and equipment. The NEC specifies the requirements for bonding electrical systems. Overcurrent protection devices such as circuit breakers and fuses are designed to protect electrical circuits from overloads and short circuits. These devices automatically interrupt the flow of current when it exceeds a safe level, preventing overheating and potential fire hazards. It's important to select overcurrent protection devices that are properly sized for the circuit they are protecting. The NEC provides guidelines for selecting overcurrent protection devices. Electrical boxes are used to enclose and protect electrical connections. These boxes provide a safe and secure environment for splices, terminations, and other electrical components. Electrical boxes are typically made of metal or plastic and are available in a variety of sizes and shapes. The NEC specifies the requirements for installing electrical boxes. Conduits are used to protect electrical wires and cables from physical damage and environmental factors. Conduits are typically made of metal or plastic and are available in a variety of sizes and types. The NEC specifies the requirements for installing conduits. Raceways are enclosed channels that are used to route and protect electrical wires and cables. Raceways can be made of metal or plastic and can be installed on the surface of walls or ceilings or embedded in concrete. The NEC specifies the requirements for installing raceways. When working with electricity, it's important to take all necessary safety precautions to prevent electrical shock and other hazards. This includes wearing appropriate personal protective equipment, such as rubber gloves and safety glasses, and de-energizing circuits before working on them. It's also important to be aware of the potential hazards of working with electricity and to follow safe work practices at all times. The -40° Fahrenheit rating for UF cable is the lowest it is rated to be installed at. It is expected to last longer at all normal operating temperatures, but it cannot be bent or installed below that threshold. Any bending of the cable should be done at temperatures above the minimum to prevent cracking the jacket.